Something in that soundbite for everybody. With us now, Democratic Congressman Dean Phillips of Minnesota. He warned Biden would lose more than a year ago, challenged him in the primary, got ridiculed by the Democratic establishment, and is with us now. He also got the purple tie memo today.
I sure did.
Good to see you, sir.
Good to be back.
Thank you very much. It seems as though John Fetterman is the only person who understands what Donald Trump is doing and how to deal with him.
How to deal with him. Interesting. Well, I got to tell you, listening to some of my Republican colleagues right now, I don't think this is unique to the Democratic Party, because there used to be a time where we really all agreed on one thing, and that was competency. You know, Donald Trump won the election. He's going to nominate whomever he wants, but we are lamenting the nominees don't have the competency to run agencies of this magnitude. They don't have experience leading multi-thousand-person entities with huge multi-billion-dollar budgets, and it's really, really staggering to my Republican colleagues.
I get the criticism.
Well,
we've covered it with Republicans as well. Did with Mark Wayne Mullen last night. I think the senator got a little uncomfortable with a couple of our questions, but that's the way it goes. But there's something different going on, right? Donald Trump ran as a man of the people, of the working class, against the elites, to tear down the elites. And you look at the live pictures of Mar-a-Lago, everybody's walking in their ball gowns and in their tuxedos to one of the fanciest, most expensive places in America to join. Somehow he has stolen from Democrats the ability to talk about the working class and to paycheck voters. And when you're sitting around criticizing his appointees and talking about how dangerous he and they are, you're doing exactly what he wants you to do, aren't you?
Well, I don't think so, because I've been trying to tell my own colleagues on the Democratic side that we have to pay attention to not condemning him. We have to use invitation, not condemnation. I've been saying that for a long time, because you're right. He has found a way to connect with people that stagger us. But this is a man who was shunned in New York City, was blackballed by clubs and social circles in New York. He understands being an outsider more than people can recognize. And I think he connects with a lot of Americans who rightfully feel on the outside as well. So I give him credit for recognizing that. That's different than leading with good character and with principle and appointing people of competence. You know, it's one thing to reform an agency, and gosh knows, I'll be the first to tell you, we need to. I actually support an Office of Government Efficiency, for gosh sakes. Long overdue. Our debt is out of control. But then appoint people.
There he is, Vivek Ramaswamy.
Sure.
You could sign up. I mean, you're not doing anything after what, January 6th?
If I'm called on to help improve efficiencies and allocate dollars better to go further, of course, who wouldn't want to do that? But that's my point.
I think that's actually an interesting point, and I haven't heard you make that. You'd be willing to go into the Trump administration?
Well, if there's a job that can help the country and that my skill set would be useful for, anybody should consider that. And if we come to a point where no Democrat would want to serve in a Republican administration, and conversely, we're limiting 50% of the universe of potential appointees, and that's what I'm trying to overcome, Leland. You know, I'm not a big fan of the president himself, but I understand the MAGA movement. I understand why people are angry. I understand why this federal government needs to be reformed. But then do it with people who have the competency and the integrity to do it. That's all I'm saying.
Why don't you think people in your party are willing to listen to you? Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, one of the more progressive members, her pronouns, she, her, I guess, in the vernacular, disappeared from her Twitter profile. You seem sort of surprised by that.
I am.
Yeah, and it's not a big thing, but it's a little thing. Yet she's not willing to come out and say anywhere near the things that you or anyone else is willing to say. And when you have a movement that is as dedicated as Donald Trump's supporters are, it seems as though little incremental steps are not enough, in your opinion, for Democrats.
What I'm trying to tell my colleagues is, look, our product isn't bad. We had the state of Florida overwhelmingly supported women's reproductive rights, yet voted for the man who's opposed to him. Missouri passed a bill to increase the minimum wage, paid family leave, same in Alaska. Our product actually does pretty well. Our packaging is terrible. And my message is, we don't have to change our principles. We don't have to compromise our values. We do have to learn who the right messenger is and how it should be packaged. That is marketing 101.
I understand the packaging. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.